We told you, China, and before we roll this, but we told you 100 billion times, do not rap anymore.
Yes,
stop.
Don't rap.
How many? They did the anti-THAAD missile rap. They've done the Belt and Road
Diao
rap.
Yudao.
The Diao Yudao rap. They've had the 5-year plan rap.
Yes.
They've had countless state raps.
Yes.
You don't make hip-hop about a government.
No.
Unless it's to say, like, F the government.
Sure, that's completely against the whole spirit of rap, I'd say.
Or even music in general.
Yeah.
You don't make propaganda rap. It's not cool. Chinese people don't like it. Westerners are going to laugh at it. And you're just feeding us, constantly feeding us delicious material.
Yeah,
as they did again.
It's also the most ridiculous thing that they co-opted or culturally appropriated an African-American art form to use for Chinese state propaganda. Anyway, we've got to saunter right into our What's New, where we talk about what's new. And this is new. We're going to play... Well, first of all, there's a little bit of a callback. Those of you who watched you watched the 5-year plan thing, you might remember this charming young lady, I'm saying that in the nicest way, and her little rap. Let's give you a little reminder. Hang on.
Beijing, less wishes, no gray. Smoke is cast away. Sun shining, set so pretty. Let him defeat the city. And inclusion.
Okay, so you guys remember last time they had that black guy?
Yeah.
And they were basically talking about how...
The 5-year plan, the 14th
plan.
or whatever 5-year plan.
And the black guy was the only guy that actually had some decent flow, but it was still cringe as hell because it was just garbage propaganda. But basically the thing was... It used to be called Made in China, but now look, China's made it. Like it's already there. But then this random chick comes in. It was already bad. Yeah. Then this random chick comes in called Sina.
Yeah.
And she is rapping. She can't rap at all.
Oh yeah.
Number one. And number two, it's so cringe to hear people trying to use language that they're not proficient at in a rap form when they're talking about verbose government propaganda. Sure. It's like the worst combination you could come up with. So that was, these raps have always been bad.
Yeah.
But they continually get worse. They're actually worse each time. And that we thought was the peak. We thought she was the peak. No, she came out with another one.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at her.
We have to explain it.
Okay, all right.
Because it's important that people you can explain this Xinjiang cotton thing, just in case you guys are new to this idea.
Okay, recently, if you don't know what's been going on in China, of course, Xinjiang, as we all know, is a very contentious topic because they have concentration camps there, whatever you want to call them, re-education camps, vocational camps, but basically they're taking people against their will and putting them in these massive camps where they're stripping them of their religious and cultural identity and forcing them to do certain things. It's bad. And so one of the big things about this is forced labor. They've got all these people in these camps. And what they do is they're like, well, we've got them in the camps anyway. Let's just get them to do things that can earn us money. So they've advertised that they've got these laborers to different companies. And of course, Xinjiang is a very big cotton producing area of China. So of course, they get the cotton picking Uyghurs to go out and pick all the cotton, That's what they do. I mean, no, seriously, the Uyghurs are now being forced onto the cotton fields and it's like forced labor. So big companies like H&M...
I'm not laughing at that. No, what you think I'm laughing at?
No, he's not. He's laughing at some joke we had earlier. Anyway, the fact of the matter is... No, okay. Fact of the matter is what's going on here is big companies like H&M, they're a little worried that there may be forced labor going on. So what they did was they signed an agreement like the Better Cotton Initiative or something with various other companies just to pledge that they would not source cotton from Xinjiang. And because of that, and it's just ethical to do that. They're not saying we're not going to buy Chinese cotton or get cotton from other parts of China. They're just concerned that there might be forced labor in Xinjiang. Sure. But of course, the Chinese government took this as a great opportunity to stoke nationalism. And they're like, oh, they don't support our China, we shouldn't support them. Everyone boycotted H&M and Nike and all these companies that signed that agreement. And so they went on this massive, massive propaganda push to show how Xinjiang cotton is so amazing. And they made these stupid propaganda videos of like happy Xinjiang people dancing around in traditional clothing. And
they got foreigners to go up there and pick cotton in the fields and show that there's no forced labor.
Yeah, look how amazing it is. But at the exact same time, of course, they pushed this whole narrative of how bad America was to get slaves to pick cotton like however many years ago.
Right.
Which is, of course, universally seen as a bad thing.
Right.
Being apologized for. Universally slammed everywhere. Of course, no one's saying that was ever a good thing. But what they're saying is that it's a good thing in China and it's acceptable because America did a bad thing once before.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a very stupid narrative.
Right. I'm sorry, I got to say something someone said live here. They said the video behind us is fake because there's not enough saturation. The ground is too brown.
It's too brown. Yeah, it's
some
true.
good callback humor.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I wanted to point out is that it's funny because people thought this would be egg on China's face, so the CCP's face. Hey, you found out about our slave labor and our concentration camps. No, what China did was they always look down the barrel and they say, okay, this is what the West is accusing us of. This is what the rest of the world's accusing us of. Let's use this as an opportunity to stoke nationalism. Yeah. Yes, we support genocide. Yes, we support slave labor because guess what? At the end of the day, that benefits China, our China, we Han people. We are the supreme race, right?
And if you don't support Xinjiang cotton and, whatever, then you're just an evil person who wants to put China down.
Right.
And, you're against China.
So this is why you're seeing more and more unbelievably cringe-ass media come out of the CCP because they want to stoke nationalism. They also want to be hip about it. And it's literally like asking your parents to do a rap at church or something. You know, like those Jesus loves you
terrible.
rap type things, like rap it for Jesus.
Yeah,
cool.
give me that
so
Christian
cool.
side. Huh?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So you want to die of cringe,
Yeah.
but China keeps doing it. They double down on it. And Sina is back. The same woman that looks way too old to be some sort of like young pop star, by the way. And no offense to her. I'm not judging her looks. I'm saying that they pluck obviously party members or something to do this.
There's something, I don't want to keep you guys waiting. You got to see this rap.
Sure.
Okay, so we're
I just
going
wanted to hype it up a little.
We're going to let's have a little look at this rap.
Sure.
And then I got to tell you a little something after that about these so-called influencers that are now coming on social media. Let's take a look. All right, brace yourselves. Don't make it better.
I see dry and sunshine made of cotton. This workforce school, people all in old bottom. You see jobs create, and they're fat and money made. Years why now I know how people just like to hate. Forced labor's none of Uyghurs, but I take a flight to his truer. Poor families are getting fewer. Another name for this belief is called loser. I see something funny, gonna talk and send me for sudden plantation.
Okay, see there, obviously they're bringing in the whole...
I really want to break this down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's play it out first.
Okay, you want to play the rest?
Yeah, play it out and we'll go back.
The way she says cotton
I know,
is
it's
so
so
frustrating. Anyway, let's get back into it. Okay.
Money. I saw forced laborers working so poorly, just like imagining. Bounce, you know what it is, but choose the last thing you wanna say, but only one. You just can't face all the arrogance. It's empty beliefs, no fear for future. I listen to this to eradicate. I see cheers, that's what I mean. So real, no fake. Welcome to my space. I see dry and sunshine made of cotton.
Stop with the cotton.
Yeah.
I have to break down why this is so cringe.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
play it out.
Okay.
Give her the mic.
All right. Okay.
This workforce school, people all in old bottom. You see jobs create, and they're fat, money made. You're fine. Now I know I shouldn't hear how people hate.
Okay. Now I'm seeing the response here in the. If I cringed any harder, I may implode. Said Monday show. Yeah. So I want to go into some of the lyrics.
Okay, let's go. I
want to explain this. Now, my problem with this is when they make these propaganda raps, the English doesn't make sense.
No.
So don't do it in English.
No.
Right? I get you're trying to influence the West, but you're failing so hard. I see dry lands, rich sunshine made. Okay, so you're literally rapping about cotton. As we say, cotton. This is the first cringe.
Yeah.
When Chinese people learn English, and this has nothing to do with criticizing language abilities, I admire people that are confident in their language abilities. I think it's really cool, and I hate when people are afraid to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. But the problem I have with this is that when you're rapping like this, and you're trying to say, when you learn in English school that the T sound is actually a kind of a D sound in American English, they overemphasize it, especially in this, and it's so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's world-class, good-looking people, and I'll just keep going. I want to do a couple things to point out here.
All right.
They bought in, create that fat money made, yet rumors fly. Now I know people just like to hate. Forced labor are not Uyghurs. Fantastic grammar here, guys.
Okay, so who are the forced labor then if it's not the Uyghurs?
And also, that doesn't make sense.
Sure.
Forced labor are not Uyghurs. Yeah, no shit. How is forced labor anything? Continue. Buy a ticket, fly here to see who is true. And this is actually what I wanted to point out. This is the whole Chinese government thing. Their shtick is, Oh yeah, if you think there's forced labor and concentration camps, you've never been to Xinjiang. Remember, 你从来没有去过 Xinjiang. This is their thing. You've never been to Xinjiang.
Yeah, come to Xinjiang.
Yeah.
What do you get to see if you go to
买一张
Xinjiang?
飞机票过来看一看. This is their propaganda thing. Is you buy a plane ticket now, get over here and see for yourself. And she, as you can see, this is not her own organic thing. She put every single propaganda piece that China is spitting out right now about Xinjiang Khan into this rap.
Yeah.
So I thought that
obviously you can't just go look around Xinjiang, and this has been very apparent because even the shills who want to go to Xinjiang can't go to Xinjiang. And if they go,
can I point that out?
Yeah, sure.
So we made, you know how we call a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the Western shills, you know, the people out there. We might as well just say who some of them are.
No, we don't have to.
Okay, we don't have to. But anyway,
I'm making another video. It's coming.
Western people that you see in China spouting the pro-CCP stuff, we were like, because of all this Xinjiang cotton stuff, because of all the forced labor accusations, because of all this effort and millions of dollars China's spending on trying to change people's minds about the concentration camps, we're like, these guys will end up going to Xinjiang. You're going to see Americans and Canadians and all these people going to Xinjiang, and they're going to say, British people, and they're going to say, there's no concentration camps, as they stand in the city square of Kashgar with doves flying by and propaganda posters. Lo and behold, a couple of them did that, but we think we prevented a lot of them from doing it. Not morally. We think that their handlers actually
realized
they
it's
put
a
out
bad
polls.
idea.
They were like, who wants to see us go to Xinjiang? We were like, oh my gosh, we called that one.
Yeah, for sure.
And they all had this preparations to go to Xinjiang.
Yeah, some of them were boasting in our comments, oh, I'm going to Xinjiang.
I'm going there, give me the coordinates, I'll find the camps and all this kind of stuff.
Guess what? All of those shills, what they've done now is they've either bought stock footage or stolen footage to put onto their videos, and they make a video about Xinjiang, but they've never been there.
But they didn't go.
Or they're like interviewing someone who recently went to Xinjiang or something because they haven't gone there themselves. You can't just go there. You have to be part of one of these special shill trips where they mind you and take you to certain places.
Is, and those were ready to happen.
Yeah.
But they got shut down for some reason. I think partially because we called it out and predicted it.
Maybe.
And number two, it's a bad luck. Like, they can try all this they want, but right now the sentiment is too negative about Xinjiang in the West, and you're not going to convince anyone otherwise.
No, I mean, we could keep going on through this, and it's just horrible.
Of course, I just wanted to point some of those out.
Yeah. One thing, another name for disbelief is called loser.
That doesn't make sense.
No. What I wanted to point out is that this woman, by the way, now has her own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And this is one of a few now that I've seen where state employees, like people that work for CGTN or any of these big, state-run media companies, they are opening their own personal YouTube channels, what looks like their own personal YouTube channels, but it's actually just what they do for CGTN, but on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a way for them to try and divorce themselves from the state-run media label.
Sure.
And I'm going to be talking about this, of course, but there's a very big one that ties all the shills together.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty damning.
It's really, really damning. So they are trying to pretend like, oh, we're just an influencer, like a happy girl that likes to travel around, or a rapper or something. But meanwhile, they are state employees that are just doing a government propaganda job.
There's a Wu Mao in the chat right now, guys. His name is T-Man. I'm not telling you to brigade him, but his best argument against us this entire time is just screaming liars.
That's what they do.
I mean, it's just give some. I would like to have a little something I can rebuke.
Yeah, I mean that.
Lying about what? This rap video doesn't exist. Because can you do me a favor? Can you open that back up again?
Sure.
Can you play the verse, the chorus? So it's I solidify it in everyone's heads.
Okay, let's get it in there. Yeah. Okay, just right in the beginning. This one.
Just enjoy it, guys.
Yeah, let's do it one more time. Just that one little. First part, let's go for it.
Sunshine made it cotton. This work was school. People all baden.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. I just wanted you guys to.
This is not liar. You are liar.
You are liar. I say truth.
Yeah.
I welcome you. Come China, truth.
That's what they say all the time to us. It's terrible.
No, that's the number one comment. If you go to the shill channels, like the British or American dudes, in their audience is mostly these Chinese nationalist troll dudes. Mm-hmm. And you'll see some of the same names come over to our videos saying, you are liar, blah, blah, go home to your mother country. But anyway, their whole thing is, I like you. You say truth about China. Yeah, exactly. I welcome you.
You are pure heart.
You are pure heart. Here's our hotel in Shaoguan.
Wow, what a view. One hotel I stayed in once, it had curtains, you opened it, it was just a wall. I'm not even joking. No one wants to watch someone else take a turd. Okay, I don't care how close you are to them, you just don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it.
Look at Mark on the side of the road, turning tricks.
Hanging out with a hose.
Hey, T-Milk.
Hey!
Stop!
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you want? Hey, Simon.
What? I love that. That
Yeah.
is incredibly cringe.
It's very cringe. Your writing style is an inspiration.
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my life.